Thank you. Please be seated. Welcome, everyone. Good afternoon, and thank you for attending the investiture of Leslie Lopez to Department 4 for Clark County District Court. I am Judge Parcher. I'm going to introduce both our Superior Court and District Court colleagues. We have Judge Syrian Cornell from Superior Court, Judge Jennifer Snyder from Superior Court, Judge Derek Vanderwood from Superior Court, Judge Susan Clark from Superior Court, Judge Abby Bartlett from District Court, Judge Chad Slate from District Court, Commissioner Juliet Lako from Superior Court, Commissioner Christina Phelan from Superior Court. We also have Judge Langsdorff from District Court and Judge Sheldrick from Superior Court. So just want to acknowledge we have a few elected officials here. So I want to thank Prosecutor Tony Gulick for being here, Counselor Young for being here, and I can't see with my glasses on. Oh, there, thank you. And Greg Kinsey for being here. Thank you very much for attending today. I'm really excited and proud to preside over this investiture. However, it is with some sadness that we are also saying goodbye to Judge Sonia Langsdorff. Judge Langsdorff was the first woman to serve in Department 4, taking over for Judge Aislinn upon his retirement in 2010. Judge Langsdorff leaves behind a legacy of high standards, not just in the accurate application and analysis of the law, but in ethical and professional standards expected in her courtroom by both attorneys and participants, but especially of herself, and she will be missed. I've gotten to know Leslie over the last couple of years, and as I'm sure you will hear from our speakers today, she is an immensely hardworking, dedicated public servant. I have no doubt that she will serve in Department 4 as diligently as her predecessor. She is always intellectually curious and committed to serving the people of this county. She's also really nice to have around. Regardless of the day we've had, she's always positive, helpful, and she's really a reminder that what we get to do here is a privilege, and her attitude never fails to reflect that. At this time, I would like to welcome Superior Court Judge Emily Sheldrick to say a few words about Leslie.
Okay, I did write down a few things. So I'm a Superior Court judge, but if you don't know me, before that, I was in the Civil Division of the Prosecuting Attorney's Office. And I had the pleasure of meeting Leslie when we hired her in 2018. And I actually did her reference checks, which were fabulous, as you might expect. It was such a lucky hire for us. And I think when she started, I had just become the chief civil of the division. And right away, Leslie impressed us. Just like Judge Parcher mentioned, she showed right away her dedication to public service, her immense intellectual curiosity, her hard work. She also has a great smile, and it's very infectious. So when Leslie smiles, you want to smile back. She is also known for having the most delicious treats in the office, which I definitely miss. So right away, there were a few things that really stood out that are clearly what's going to make her, and has already made her, a wonderful judicial officer, but as a judge. So first, her uncanny ability to stay calm under pressure. So when she started, she took on some of the hardest work that we had in the division, and she volunteered for it, and she fulfilled right away that expectation. But when you take on that kind of work, you also take on potentially, and sometimes, the negativity that comes often directed right at you personally. And that is something that she's going to experience if she hasn't already on the bench. And she maintains this grace, which is truly going to serve her well. And I observed it firsthand. So I know she'll be able to handle those pressures as a judge. As you know, when you're in court, things can happen, and you have to have that unshakable demeanor. And she has exhibited that in her role. in both as a civil prosecutor, but also as a commissioner, and I know she will continue to do so as a judge. She is also a leader. So when she started, again, she took on some additional work, but you know, if you think back to 2018, she was a deputy prosecuting attorney. Then she became a senior deputy prosecuting attorney. And then she became the chief of the civil division. And then she was appointed as a commissioner. And then she was appointed as a judge in 7 years. That shows to our community what a leader she is. And those attributes that got her that fast to this place is why she's going to be such an effective leader in the courtroom. And when you are a judge, you have to show leadership in the courtroom. You have to control the courtroom. You have to, you know, bring people down to listening to you. And her work as a prosecutor and then now as a judicial officer, she clearly has those leadership skills. She's also got this tireless work ethic, as we know. She has that sound judgment that you need and the dedication to public service. Finally, she has a unique talent for putting people at ease. And that is a very important quality as a judicial officer. In district court, you have a lot of people that are unrepresented. That means they're coming in trying to advocate for themselves. They're scared, they're nervous, they don't know what to expect. For many people, it's the hardest and scariest day of their life. And I observed firsthand how Leslie is able to handle those moments. As a Superior Court judge, when I was in the civil division there, I had the task of handling the unlawful detainer dockets. That's the eviction docket, twice a week for, I think I counted, it was like 2 years. But I did get approval from the bench to use pro tem commissioners. And Leslie volunteered and asked to be trained to be one of the people that helped us with that docket. And so I trained her to handle the docket, and she did, and I had the chance to observe her. And that's another opportunity where people are really scared. They're about to lose their house. They're going to face some housing instability. And sometimes they've got employment issues. Sometimes they have mental health issues and disabilities. They're some of our most vulnerable people in our community. And it's a scary time. And Leslie demonstrated that ability to put people at ease and show the dignity and respect that they deserve for their day in court. So all those abilities that she has is what she's going to bring as a judge. And I know she will be successful in that role. And just like we were so lucky back in 2018 to hire Leslie, our community and our district court bench is very lucky to have her as our next judge. Congratulations, Judge Lopez.
Right now for some remarks from Whitney.
Thank you. For those who don't know me, my name is Whitney Hawk. I'm a local attorney, former president of the Clark County Bar Association, and real big fan of Judge Lopez. We are gathered here today to celebrate a remarkable milestone in the life of someone who has dedicated her career to public service, her community, and her family. It's my honor to welcome Judge Leslie Lopez as she takes the oath of office as a district court judge. Throughout her career, Judge Lopez has exemplified integrity, dedication, and a steadfast commitment to justice. From her early days working as a paralegal before law school to her many years as an attorney representing municipalities throughout Oregon and Washington, she has consistently worked to ensure that our legal system serves everyone fairly and equitably. Judge Lopez's path to the bench is unlike any I have ever heard. I've been fascinated by Judge Lopez from the moment I met her and heard her life story. And on more than one occasion, I've said, I want to be like you when I grow up. Judge Lopez was born and raised in Southern California. Her dad served in the Navy and was actually deployed when she was born. Judge Lopez is the oldest of 3 children. She's the older sister to little brothers Matt and Dan. Both of her parents worked outside of the home and worked hard. Her parents showed her and all of their children the importance of a strong work ethic. Her parents sound a lot like Judge Lopez herself. They are described as being welcoming, loving, and not having a judgmental bone in their bodies. Judge Lopez graduated from Simi Valley High School in a year that will not be referenced, where she ran track and played accordion. Judge Lopez became a mother at age 19, welcoming her daughter Jessica and son Jeff into her world. In the years that followed, she became the adoptive mother to 9 additional children. While raising 11 children, Judge Lopez worked full-time and took college courses when she could. She did so while providing a wonderful and fulfilling life to her kids, which included memorable Disney trips and camping trips around Southern California. She chipped away and earned college credits for several years until she graduated from Biola University with a degree in organizational leadership and business. Before attending law school, Judge Lopez worked tirelessly as a paralegal. At times, she held side jobs doing transcription and delivering newspapers to support her family. Her daughter Jessica describes her as the hardest working person I know, and I think a lot of people would agree with that. Around 2004, Judge Lopez and her family moved to the Pacific Northwest. She attended law school at Lewis and Clark and was admitted to the Oregon State Bar in 2009. After graduating, Judge Lopez worked in municipal law representing cities and counties around the state of Oregon. Judge Lopez was admitted to the Washington State Bar in 2013 and hired by the Clark County Prosecuting Attorney's Office in 2018 to work in their civil division. She climbed the ranks, as Judge Sheldrick stated, very quickly within that office and became Chief Civil Deputy in 2021. Through the years, Judge Lopez's family has continued to grow. Judge Lopez married her husband, Tony, in 2017. They have a blended family that includes 13 children and 32 grandchildren, most of whom live nearby or up and down the West Coast, and some of whom are here today or on Zoom to celebrate. According to Judge Lopez's daughter, Jessica, her grandchildren are always excited to go to her house. When they are there, she gives them her full attention. One of her best qualities is her ability to listen and be a sounding board for those who need her. Balancing a career of this magnitude with family life is challenging, yet she has managed it with grace, humor, and a deep sense of responsibility. Her children, grandchildren, husband, and loved ones are a testament to her ability to serve both her family and her community with equal dedication. Her commitment to public service extends beyond the courtroom. She has been a mentor to countless colleagues and an advocate for programs that strengthen our community. She's on the board of our local chapter of the George and Donald Simpson in Support. She serves on the Clark County Bar Association's DEI committee and volunteers her time for our local mock trial tournament. Judge Lopez also participated in the Judicial Mentorship Program in 2023. She approaches each challenge with thoughtfulness, fairness, and the kind of steady professionalism that inspires confidence in those who know her. And while her resume is impressive, it's the way she treats people that truly sets Judge Lopez apart. I've never heard anyone say a bad thing about her, which in our adversarial system is quite rare. She listens, she understands, and she never judges anyone without considering their personal circumstances or challenges. These qualities have made her not only a trusted colleague, but also someone the community can rely on to bring fairness and compassion to the bench. Judge Lopez is one of a kind. She's calm and quiet with a dry sense of humor. She shows up for people and causes that are important to her. And most importantly, she shows up for her family. Looking at all she has accomplished and the work she has performed both personally and professionally, it's astonishing. She has a brilliant mind and the biggest heart. You don't get to where she's at without a lot of sleepless nights. She has worked harder than anyone I know for her family, for her education, and for her career. But it has all brought her here today, a culmination of a career in public service resulting in the highest position in the legal profession, that of a judge. Earning a judicial position is a testament to her legal acumen, admiration from colleagues, and respect from the bench. She embodies the very best of what it means to serve the public, and we are fortunate to have her in this role. So to Judge Lopez, thank you for showing us what it means to serve with heart, to lead with humility, and to live a life that touches so many in meaningful ways. We celebrate not just your achievements, but the extraordinary person that you are. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Judge Leslie Lopez as our new district judge.
I'll ask Judge Langsdorff to please come forward to swear in Leslie Lopez to Department 4. Oh, so it's on, so it gets on the camera better? Yes, anywhere you want to stand. We want family to see this part, so. Yeah.
You want to try to do it? I state your name. I, Leslie Ann Lopez, do solemnly swear or affirm that I am a citizen of the United States and of the state of Washington. Do solemnly swear and affirm that I am a citizen of the state of Washington and United States of America. That I will support the Constitution and laws of the United States. That I will support the Constitution and laws and the Constitution and laws of the state of Washington. And the Constitution and laws of the state of Washington. And I will, to the best of my judgment, skill, and ability. And will, to the best of my judgment, skill, and ability. Truly, faithfully, diligently, and impartially perform the duties of the office. Truly, faithfully, diligently, and impartially perform the duties of the office of District Court Judge, Department Number 4. District Court Judge, Department. And for Clerkville, Washington, as such. In and for Clerkville, as such.
After they sign, we will have you please.
So much easier when I do it in my office.
All right. All right, at this time, Judge Lopez, if you would like to introduce family and friends and any remarks.
I have a few remarks. And a few family here. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say, gosh, okay, thank you so much everyone for being here. This is so amazing. I never saw it. I had my back to you. I do think I have family here in the courtroom, which I'll introduce, but my family online. So my parents, David, Nancy, Edenhofer, my Aunt Carol, my brother Matt, my sister Lori Ann, and my niece Casey. And I know that my son Jeff was on there, as well as my daughter-in-law Angelica. Thank you all for being here today. And then here in the courtroom, I have daughter Anna and Sarah, and Anna's fiance David, and Hunter, you probably know Hunter. And then my daughter Jessica, and one of my very best friends, Melissa. And of course, my husband Tony. So I do have a couple things to say. The first thing I want to say is thank you to the Clark County Council for appointing me as Clark County District Court Judge for Department 4. I'm humbled by the appointment. All of the applicants were amazing, my colleagues, and they all do such wonderful work. I know that was a tough decision, and I just appreciate putting your confidence in me, and I will do my best to live out my role as a district court judge. I want to thank the district court bench, Judge Parcher, Judge Smith, who's not here, Judge Osler, Judge Langsdorff, Judge Slate, Judge Bartlett, and Commissioner Priest. They all took a chance on me as a commissioner, and I just can't thank you enough. It really, district court is my passion. You probably heard me say that a million times, but I can never say that. Not only is it the people that we work with, and I'm not just talking to judges, but everyone who works in district court, but the people that come into our courtroom, they really need us. They need us to listen and show them respect. And I'm just so grateful for that opportunity. Special thank you to Judges Osler and Langsdorff, first women on the district court bench. I'm so impressed by both of you. It's just at a time when there were hardly any women on any benches anywhere. It's just amazing. And Judge Langsdorff, especially you. I have to admit that when I first met you, I was a little intimidated. And it really had nothing to do with you as a person. It's just that, you know, I shadowed a lot of dockets, and that's one of the things I love about district court too, is everyone has their own way of doing things. But watching you in the courtroom is just always inspiring to me. The way that you run the courtroom, and yes, you have standards, but you were never curt with anyone or mean with anyone. You still showed that compassion to people that came into the courtroom, and that always impressed me. And you know, we got to know each other better, and I'm just so thankful that I appreciate that you're passing the torch to me, and I will do my best to follow your legacy and serve as a district court judge in Department 4. Whew, okay, for Superior Court, I'm very grateful to you as well. Having the mentorship program for the first time really opened my eyes to actually the possibility, you know, when you're a kid and it takes you forever to go to college and law school, the idea of becoming a judge seems near impossible. But that mentorship program really opened my eyes to, you know, maybe there's a chance for that. So thank you for doing that, and a chance to also pro temp for you. You're all just such wonderful role models to the rest of us, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you. To my children and grandchildren who are here and online, I love you all so much, and I'm so impressed by the people that you are. Life's not easy, and we all face challenges, and I just want to let you know that if someone like me can do all of that, you all can do anything that you want us to. And if ever you need help, you ask, because you never do things alone. I know so many people said things, very nice things about me, but I didn't do those things by myself. I had my family. To my mom and dad, Dave and Nancy Edenhofer. I can't say, we don't have enough time for me to say how amazing they are. But you did hear that they got married young. My dad was in the Navy when they got married. He was actually on an aircraft carrier when I was born, so I didn't leave until I was 3 months old. But they didn't have the opportunities to, you know, go to school or other training. They were taking care of a family. And those things that you heard about me delivering papers, I learned that from my dad. We would go at night with him. He'd work during the day, we'd go deliver papers at night. And that hard work ethic, that's all from my parents, as well as the most important thing I learned from them is treating people with kindness and respect, no matter the circumstance, no matter what the situation is. They've always welcomed so many people in their home. And Mom and Dad, I love you. Thank you for being here. And my husband, Tony, He's not gonna like that I'm putting him on the spot right now, because that's who he is. I tell him all the time how amazing he is. We have this, I mean, this is one grandchild. We have no, it's not representative of the whole gang.
The noises.
But he never complains. He's constantly hanging out with kids and grandkids and doing all the things. And you are my rock, because me doing all this stuff, you're just, they say I'm calm. You haven't met calm till you met him. Yeah, he's just, I love you. And I thank you so much for everything, our life together. But this is enough about me. What we're here today about is district court and the people who come to district court. They're seeking justice, answers, and a chance to be seen and heard. Many of us here in this courtroom and outside this courtroom have roles in the criminal and civil judicial system. Departments such as law enforcement, corrections, prosecutors, indigent defense, defense counsel, clerk's office, probation, the list goes on. And I'm not just talking about the lawyers, I'm talking about everyone who works in those offices. We have different perspectives and roles, but we are all here to serve our community in the unique manner in which we are called to serve. We have the same goal, to seek justice, making sure the law is applied fairly and equitably, but never forgetting it is the people we serve. For my part, I commit to you that I will focus my time, energy, and enthusiasm on being prepared, working hard, demonstrating dignity, respect, and compassion to all who enter the court, and to make fair and equitable decisions based on the law as a Clark County District Court judge. Thank you.
At this time, court is adjourned. Judge Lopez, welcome. And she has invited everyone to join her at Stephen Brewing immediately following, so we can visit and celebrate her investiture. So congratulations. We're so excited to have you.
They can hear me clap. Yay, Leslie. Okay, I get it, you little shit.